everyone, welcome back to the Unsalted Kitchen. In today's lessons is about how to make tomato concasse sauce from scratch. In simplest terms, tomato concasse are small diced tomatoes with no skin and no seeds. There's a 7-step procedure to make these most efficiently, and there are plenty of recipes where using tomatoes concasse is better than just adding tomatoes that you chop quickly on a cutting board. The first step is to make an X in the bottom of the tomato. Try to slice just the skin and not too much of the flesh. It is scoring that allows the peel to easily pull away from the flesh of the tomato in the next step. The second step in making tomato concasse is to core the tomatoes. I use a paring knife for this, circling the stem and removing the bitter white core. The third step is to blanch, meaning to submerge it in boiling water for a short period of time. Add your cored and scored tomatoes to boiling water and stand by. It won't take long for the peel to start to pull away from the tomato, and you will see this happen on the next step 5. But how long it will take? About 30 seconds to 1 minute, or it depends on how ripe your tomatoes are. Step 4. Shocking is a step that usually comes right after blanching. It refers to transferring food to a very cold ice water bath to change the temperature of the food drastically and stop the cooking process. Remove the tomatoes from the boiling water and submerge them completely in a bowl of ice water. Step 5. Use your fingernail or a paring knife to peel away the skin. The skin can be put into your compost bin, but it is generally too bitter to use for cooking purposes. Step 6. Once you've peeled your tomatoes, it's time to quarter them and seed them. If the tomatoes are a bit pithy and white, as these tomatoes are, cut away all the inside of the tomato. If, on the other hand, the tomatoes are beautifully red inside, simply scoop the seeds out with your fingers and use the entire tomato flesh in the last step. On the 7th step, how you chop your tomatoes depends entirely on how you intend to use them. Traditionally, tomato concasse is finely diced, but you may not need to go to that trouble. If you're making a marinara sauce, you might be quite happy to have large pieces of tomato in the sauce. Decide what size is important for you and chop accordingly. While there are 7 steps to making tomato concasse, none of these steps are particularly difficult, and the result can be as much better ingredients to add to your recipes. Incidentally, many of these steps can be used on other fruits too. Scoring, blanching, and shucking is the best way to peel peaches, plums, apricots too. You might be inclined to think that grabbing your peeler is a better way to go, but I promise you it is not. A peeler will take off too much of the flesh with the skin, and it's amazing how quickly fruit like this become very slippery. Make sure to make tomato concasse at least once in your culinary life. You never know, you might just find the whole process quite therapeutic and much cheaper than therapy. So, let's move on to how to make concasse spread from scratch. The ingredients are simple. We need garlic. To peel, cut the end first, lay the flat side of a knife over the clove and smash it. Roughly chop the clove, then move your free hand flat across the tip of the knife and use a rocking motion to chop the garlic until it's finely minced. The next ingredient is onion. But how to dice an onion? Cut the onion in half, slicing downwards through the root, then peel. Cut 5 to 6 vertical slices into each half, leaving the root intact. Lay the onion half flat, slicing horizontally and keeping the root intact. Slice downward across these cuts to dice. Tomato concasse can be used as the base for tomato sauce, served atop crusty bread for bruschetta, or added to the decadent béarnaise sauce for sauce turon. Once again, let's take a look of all the ingredients we need on how to make tomato concasse sauce. We have minced garlic, small cubed onions, concasse tomatoes from scratch. Of course, I just made that earlier. We have some fresh parsley and cilantro for garnishing. We have small tomato sauce. We have Italian seasoning, bay leaves, and also ground black peppers. All right, let's get cooking, folks. In a large frying pan over medium-high heat, add 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, add onion, cook until onion is tender. Also add a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. Stir in garlic and cook it for extra 3 minutes. Mix in ground black pepper and Italian seasoning. Mix it until well combined. Add 3 bay leaves and mix it again. chopped tomatoes and mix well to combine. Lastly, add tomato sauce. Reduce heat to medium-low. Simmer for 3 to 5 minutes to blend flavors. Remove bay leaves before serving. This recipe makes about 3 to 4 cups of tomato concasse sauce. Now that it's done and know how to make your own concasse, take your summer favorite toasted bruschetta to the next level by topping it with homemade tomato concasse. Delicate chopped tomatoes with their skins and seeds removed. A few extra steps are worth the effort to prepare tomatoes that can be used in classic Italian dishes as well as other dishes that could use a lighter touch of fresh tomatoes. This easy concasse recipe is a go-to summer for making bruschetta appetizer that will leave everyone satisfied and coming back for more. It is perfect for summer parties, weeknight dinners, or even weekend brunch. Unfortunately for me, I don't have bruschetta, so I'm using regular bread for now. Well, that is all, folks. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now. Delicious.